connected 3-screen system that can be configured for a 180-degree field of view or laid flat for a 33-foot wide projection. The RECON 180 system consists of 3 interconnected screens on hinges. Each screen has its own boom holding its projector and hit detection camera. These short-throw projectors provide seamless video across all 3 screens, while still allowing the trainee to get as close to that screen as they may want to. The patented design of the RECON 180 system not only allows for the trainee to move and move realistically, it also allows us to set up any scenario to create proper perception for that trainee. In this way, you can get total immersion into the scenario. As an example, there's a scenario of a warehouse displayed behind me. This gives me as the trainee the proper perception for when I look to my left, to my right, or even straight ahead. In a different scenario, we might want to reconfigure the screens, and it's very simple and easy to do and does not require any additional calibration. An example of that, if we took you from a warehouse to a parking lot, my perception would change. In other words, it might not look correct for me standing in the middle of this simulator and see a parking lot wrapped around me. So we can reconfigure the system in a matter of moments to ensure that we're providing proper perception for our trainee. To do that, we simply rotate the screens to their proper location. The projectors and cameras for each screen all move as a unit, so again, there's no need to recalibrate the system. But by reconfiguring the system in this manner, as a trainee, I now see the proper perception of what I would see if I was standing in the parking lot. There are other times where we might want to bring one or the other screen in or out. Again, depending on how the scenario is filmed, we want to make sure we provide the trainee the proper perception of that scene. An example of that would be if we played a scenario in a city, the screen on the right has a bus projected on it. That street is actually 90 degrees to the street in front of me. So here's an instance where we'd want to change the configuration of the system by pulling in the right screen. So as a trainee in this scenario, when I look straight ahead, I see the street in front of me, and when I look to my right, I see the street that's 90 degrees to the street in front of me. As a final example of this, there might be an instance where we want the left screen in and the right screen flat. In this next scenario, we had filmed it from the corner of this building. Since it was filmed from the corner of the building, this configuration doesn't provide me the proper perception. So a simple change of the location of the screens will ensure that the trainee going through this scenario sees the scene as it was filmed. So in this instance, when I look to my left, I look down the sidewalk. When I look straight ahead, I look down the alleyway, because this scenario was filmed from the corner of the building. This ability to reconfigure the system is crucial to providing proper perception, and that is crucial to gaining total immersion for our trainees. Another important thing to remember about all the RECON systems is that every screen is always active all the time. This means a trainee can interact with any screen at any time in any configuration. The heart of every RECON simulation system is a sophisticated shot detection methodology that is both independent of extraneous lights and allows for total freedom of movement for your trainee. In fact, the system will detect shots even if the trainee is up to and including 90 degrees to any screen. This sophisticated shot detection methodology allows for realistic movement in your training. As long as I can see the screen and see the target, I can engage it.